A pink rose so heavenly divine, it simply stands as though unaware of its beauty and glory. Intricate design, attention to detail, a scent so sweet it attracts the bees. Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. As you saw in the thumbnail, I have 3 DIYs for you today to enjoy. So I'm starting off with this old watering can that I found in the thrift store, and I'm going to give it a makeover, give it a new life, and I'm starting off with spray painting it white. So here's my spray painted watering can, and I've just started painting this little end here. I'm also going to paint this handle, and what I've been using is some watercolours, which I know is kind of weird. I generally use acrylic, but I found that they work really well on ceramics. So I've just gone and mixed in some red and white so I can get a nice pink colour. You're going to need a sign like this. I printed this off Google. I just typed in something like French vintage flower market or something like that. I have recorded exactly what I did, so you'll see that on the screen here. So I'm just going to cut this out and stick it onto my watering can using some Mod Podge. So once you've cut it out, you just want to give it a little rip on all of the edges because we want this to look a little bit natural, a bit old, and this is far too neat because we've just cut it out using some scissors. So I'm going to carry on doing that and then we'll stick it on. Next, I'm using an old wreath. I'm taking some of the lavender off it, so I have 3 pieces here, and then I'm going to stick it on here using some hot glue. I'm choosing to use lavender because it's quite old and vintage. It kind of goes in with the whole style that I'm doing. I did try these flowers, but I don't know, I did prefer this, so I'm going to go ahead with that. And then to finish this look off, you're just going to take a little nice pink bow and hot glue that on the lavender. Just here. How cute is that? So this is the first DIY, let's move on to the second. For the next DIY, you're going to need some pieces of paper or card. I've got 2 pieces here, and then you're going to want a cup of coffee. Not for you this time, this is for the DIY. So we're going to go ahead and stain this paper using coffee. Once you're done, put them out in the sun or on top of a radiator so that they can dry. Now I'm going to take an old book. This is just to give it some depth without me needing to use a ton of papers. So then you're going to take your 2 or however many papers you've coloured. I honestly think you only need 1 or 2. I'm going to place it on top, centred on the book. So just to show you, got the 2 papers here, the book here, and then it's just centred on the book like that. Then I went onto Google and I typed in something like vintage rose illustration or drawing, and I've just printed this out onto some card. So what I'm going to do here is just cut it out, but kind of using my fingers because I don't want it too neat. Then once you've done that, you're going to place that in the centre of your papers, and then we're going to tie this together using some natural plant tie. And I've just gone ahead and made a bow in the middle. And that's it, we're done with the second DIY. I really love how this came out. Let's move on to the third and final one. We're going to be making use of some of these little miniature wood slices, and we're going to be doing some decoupage. So for your decoupage, you're going to need your Mod Podge. Again, you can use your matte or gloss Mod Podge. And then you're going to need your napkins or your rice paper. These make adorable little gifts. You can even turn them around and add a magnet, so you can have them as fridge magnets, for example, or you can even turn them into necklaces. I'm going to leave mine as they are because I just think they're cute the way they are. Then you're going to take your napkin and rip the part that you like out. So I'm going to take some of these flowers. This is one of my favourite napkins and I always love to do decoupage with it. And then if you have any excess, like these little pink bits, you can just go and rip them off as well. So you're going to take your wood slice, take a little bit of Mod Podge, don't want too much, and then apply it onto your wood. Then you're going to apply your napkin on top, smooth out all of the lines. Once you've done that, you're going to go over it with another layer of Mod Podge. This time I'm going to use this rice paper for another flower. I do prefer napkins over the rice paper. Now if you want to give these more of an aged vintage look, you can take some sandpaper and just go over it gently. Now I want to show you another way to transfer your flowers onto these wood logs. So if you don't have any napkins and you can't do any decoupage, this is a hack or one of my little secret tricks to show you, and you can use this for transferring any image onto wood. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of card or paper. You're also going to need some wax paper. Then what you want to do is roll your wax paper and you want to cut it to the size of your A4 paper. So because we don't want the grease paper to get jammed inside the printer, you want to basically turn it around just over the edges. It's a bit noisy, let me just get it over with. Okay, so you want it to look something like this, and then you're going to turn this over, and then you're going to apply a small amount of sellotape just to make sure it's secure. Then we're going to do that with the other side. Just at the bottom, turn your paper around, and then you're going to stick that again with some sellotape. So I'm just going to pop that inside my printer now. Okay, so here's my printout on the wax paper. Then you're going to take your wood or your wood slices, and then you want to slightly dampen it. So I've got a cotton pad here with a bit of water in this cup, and I'm just going to go ahead, just dampen that a little bit because that's going to help transfer the image. And then I'm just going to turn this over and stamp it on one of the flowers. So you can see that's just transferred really nicely. Let's do some more. Just press down. This is an easier way to do it. You can cut them out and then press them down, but because I'm dealing with smaller wood here, I'm just placing them directly over the flowers. And then let's flip that over. You can see. And I really love doing this because you don't get the background in like you do sometimes with decoupage. This is really fun and easy to do, so the kids can get involved as well. There's another one. And once these dry, because it's a bit damp, you can make them look older again. using some sanding. So this is how it looks when it's all dry. And so this is how all 3 DIYs have come out. I really love this romantic, shabby chic, vintage kind of style. I love the soft colours and the simplicity in these projects, but how full of character they all are. I hope that you have enjoyed these tutorials and my secret trick on how to transfer images onto wood. If you have, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up and a comment. Make sure you share this video with others, and if you haven't already, please do click that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.